Chris Kluwe versus the chair debate on the amendment. My name is Sean Bernard. I'm the general manager of the Tom Bernard Podcast. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce the rest of our staff on the podcast. Catherine Brandt, Tom's wife. Alex Brandt Bernard, Tom's daughter. Andy Bernard, who's right there in the blue with the wink and the pistol. Tony Lee is around here someplace. I don't know where Tony Lee. He's got a bad kidney, so he might not be here right now. Am I forgetting anybody? Well, maybe the guy who's in charge of the whole thing, who put this all together. My uncle, he's on KQRS, the number one morning show in America, actually, as far as ratings compared to their next competitor. Started the Tom Bernard Podcast 2 months ago. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Bernard.
God. Nice crowd. Why do you have popcorn? I don't get any popcorn. Maybe in a bit. I do need to thank you all for coming tonight. I thought the crowd would be larger, actually. I'm hoping after 5 o'clock that people have to work till 5 because it's a very, very important issue. And I hope people will, support the idea. Correct? There are no children here, right? Nobody? Nobody under 18? I was just going to say I just find it interesting that anyone cares what anyone else does with their genitalia. I just don't really understand that, and I never have. And who cares? It's really none of my goddamn business who anyone loves. Don't you agree? Love who you love. You know what? It took me a long time to find love. I got lucky as hell. I mean, it's, yeah, I don't know why you put up with me. Thank you, dear. Thank you all for coming tonight. Again, we invited over 20 people from the pro-amendment side. They all declined, by the way. I don't understand how you can hold a strong belief. I believe this, but I really don't want to leave the house on a Friday night to defend it. What? Oh, Jesus. Never mind, this will last till about midnight if I don't stop. So here's what's going to happen. We invited over 20 people, the pro-amendment side. They all declined. So the fine actors at the Brave New Workshop, the oldest satirical theater in the country, have offered to read quotes from the pro side verbatim. Are you going to put on accents and everything? Oh, yeah. A lot of accents? Just don't do a German accent. That'll be like a little over the top. I don't, any case, they'll be quoted verbatim, though. That's the key. These are things that people actually said. Would you turn down the popcorn deal? I'm trying to do a bit. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's just fine. All right, so two guys walking to a bar. No. Anyway, so yes, please, all the actors from Brave New Workshop, please stand up. Everyone, you're all over there. You know what's funny about that? I've been in the business a long time, and I assumed some of the actors would be sitting down because it's only 5 o'clock at night, for Christ's sake. It's a little early for them. In any case, what? It'd be great if you could introduce yourselves.
I'm Mike Motis, Workshop. I'm Andy Hilbrands.
I heard the pressure's on after the debate. It's going to be on you guys to make us all laugh. I'm looking forward to it, I'm telling you that. Now, before we get started, a few rules. Just got a couple of rules here. Please don't boo. I know that some of us are not going to like some of the things they're going to hear from the other side. But don't boo them, because we want to hear what they have to say. And that way, our special guest can do his rebuttals. So please don't boo or yell out. Keep the conversation to a minimum. We know this is a serious issue. I wish everybody knew it was so as serious as all of us in this room knew tonight. In any case, it's an important amendment, no matter the side you're on, I suppose. It's, I would think, though, that if it were important to you, you'd show up to debate, Mr. Cluey, but that's just me. Anyway, we're going to try to give equal time to each side, but the pro side did not show up. Go ahead, make my day. Just stole that from Clint Eastwood, It's funny, my niece is here. My niece is a huge Obama supporter. And I said, it turned out that empty chair deal was a good idea in the end. And she goes, it's the only goddamn good idea. Settle down. Settle down. So what I'm saying is no one act like my niece, okay? If that's okay. We are going to give equal time to each side, but the pro side did not show up. At the end of the debate, the Brave New Workshop actors, our friends, will improvise a few scenes, describe what they've seen. We hope you find this educational and entertaining. We've got a couple of videos to show you, too, that would be pretty interesting. So we will get started. Now, we flipped a coin earlier, ladies and gentlemen, and the chair won the toss. I'm not lying. So the chair will go first. Our first quote is from Mary Franzen. Mary!
Hello.
You're prettier than I remember.
Well,
No,
Thank you.
that was gold.
Now, there could be some consequences if this bill does not pass. The amendment does not pass. If it were to fail, there could be some consequences. My concerns are that our children and our schools could be taught some liberal agendas because of the marriage amendment. Because in the schools, they might be taught that this is normal behavior. And I personally do not believe that it is. But I also believe in the choice, and I firmly support marriage between one man and one woman. All right.
God, Mary, you're with passion. It was read with passion. Very proud of you. Chris Cluey, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest thing about this night, the timing. Timing is really important in a lot of these things. And what's great for Chris is he only punted once last week, so he got a lot of rest. You punted like once, didn't you?
Twice, I think.
Twice.
A lot of thinking time.
Hey, I got to ask you something very quickly. That video they showed during the game of you doing a game show,
Mm-hmm. No, you're Viking.
that's not live, is it?
No, not yet.
Because I was thinking, there's a game going on, you got your punter out there, and he's like doing a game show. No, you're Viking. All right, you heard Mary Franzen's quote.
I did hear Mary Franzen's quote, and it's kind of disturbing. I'll start at the end, actually. When Mary Franzen says that, she supports choice, but that she believes marriage is between one man and one woman, when you pass a constitutional amendment, you're really not supporting choice, Mary. You're actually taking away people's choices, and you're taking away their right to vote and decide on this amendment, and you're taking away their children's right to vote on it. We live in a representative democracy. We elect legislators. They pass laws. If we don't like it, we elect new legislators. Passing a constitutional amendment is an end run around that, and it's not cool. The other part, God forbid our children learn some liberal agenda in school, because you can make that same argument about 50 years ago with segregation. God forbid our children learn that black children are the same as them, and it sounds pretty much the same. So I would rather my children learn that people are people, treat other people the way you would like to be treated, and be who you are. It's really that simple. If your child happens to be gay, I would much rather your child grows up knowing that it's okay to be gay rather than being bullied or being, driven to thoughts of suicide. That's not how children should be raised. So, Mary, I simply do not agree with you. Thank you for not showing up.
Thank you for not showing up. Please don't boo. No, it's okay. You actually get to sit down if you want to. I don't.
I feel bad, though. It's a chair. I mean, that's one of my debate opponents. What if they're related?
Right there's your opponent right there.
The middle one? The left one? Right one? Left one? All right.
I guess
Mike
left
reach
from
that far?
here. No, there's a mic over there.
Okay.
He is a punter. Don't forget that, okay? I couldn't believe that the other day. I'm talking to Philip Wise on the air, and he goes, I'm telling him, Chris is a great guy. He came over to the house. We were hanging out, having a great time. He goes, Tommy, He's not a football player, he's a punter. Like, oh, okay. Okay, Philly, whatever you say. But it's great to have you here tonight. Really, really is. No question about it. Would you agree?
Thank you, everyone.
I admire people in the public eye, especially guys who have to go into a locker room with really big guys speaking their mind. That's really admirable, really is.
Thank you.
He actually is a really good guy. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making it up as I go along. Well, a little.
I fooled my wife.
Yeah, there you go. A lot, what is it, about 2 weeks ago, Matt Burke came out. I didn't mean came out. I mean, came out with a video. Excuse me. He came out with a video. He talked on the news quite a bit about the fact that he thinks that marriage is between one man and one woman. And here is the Matt Burke video.
I'm Ravens center Matt Burke. Marriage is not easy, but it has lasted throughout the ages as an honored institution because it provides a unique foundation for societies and children. Marriage is more than what adults want for themselves. It is also about the next generation. Marriage is and should remain between a man and a woman. Gay and lesbian couples already receive benefits in Maryland, like hospital visitation, state health benefits, and tax breaks. We don't need to redefine marriage. Vote against question 6.
Was that you, Tony?
Well timed, whoever that was.
Was it Tony? Yeah, it was Tony Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Lee. I just told him backstage it's great to be working with him again after 12 years. We worked together for, about 14 years. And then he just left. What the hell's the matter with you? Now, sorry, I'm just having fun. Chris Cluey, your response to Matt Burke.
Well, Matt, I would say that we have constantly redefined marriage over the years as societies. That is what societies do. Societies change marriage. They redefine it according to what the social mores are at the time. And I would like to think that over the past, 10,000 years or so, we've gradually moved towards more freedom, not less freedom. We've recognized that other people deserve the right to live their own lives. And so, we're not redefining marriage to take away someone's rights. We're redefining marriage to give someone rights. It's about freedom. It's about, the choice to live your own life. And the fact is that gay couples right now do not benefit under all the federal laws that heterosexual couples do. They are denied 1,100 laws that people like me, straight people, can benefit from. To me, that is discrimination. That's plain and simple discrimination, that American citizens that pay their taxes, that serve in the military, cannot benefit under the same federal laws that another segment of the American population can. So I would say to Matt, this is about discrimination. It's about human rights, plain and simple. And frankly, I do not support discrimination.
I didn't know
That's all
you
I
were
got.
straight.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are confused by that, but yeah,
I'm sure
I'm
you're there.
pretty straight.
It is what it is. Remember earlier when I said that you shouldn't boo? Remember that?
Boo.
Next, we have a quote from Michelle Bachmann. Janet, behave.
Keep the rumblings to a minimum.
Michelle! Did you have a breast reduction?
Yes, I did. It isn't that some gay will get some rights. It's that everyone else in our state will lose their rights. For instance, parents will lose the right to protect and direct the upbringing of their children because our K-12 public school system, of which 90% of all you are in the public school system, they will be required to learn that homosexuality is normal, equal, and perhaps you should try it. And that will occur immediately, that all schools will begin teaching homosexuality.
Wait a minute, did you say teaching sexuality?
I majored in it.
Michelle, you look lovely in a beard. I want you to know that. You're looking great. No question. Mr. Cluey.
I would say that is a flat-out falsehood. We're not all of a sudden going to turn school programs into being gay is the only way to live your life. What we'll be teaching our children is tolerance. We'll be teaching our children that it is okay to be who you are. It's okay that other people might be different than you. And like I said earlier, if you replace the words gay marriage or homosexuality with racial equality, it sounds eerily similar to arguments that were made 50, 60 years ago. So again, I am not for discrimination. I am not for being prejudiced against a segment of the American population. To me, that is not what this country stands for.
Very good, sir. Although I will tell you this, that after the debate tonight, anyone here who's gay, we're going to turn a fire hose on you. No, there's going to be water coming out of the hose. Yeah, it's going to hurt you. Well, not you. Well, whatever. It all works out. This next one's interesting. This is a guy, I grew up Roman Catholic. And the Roman Catholic Church, they're pouring tons of dough into this. So, no, it's a man and a woman only thing. But I did find out, and sorry about this, I'm supposed to be a moderator, but that chair is empty, so what the hell, right? Taking parish funds to fund his personal beliefs is really obnoxious to me. Really, really obnoxious. I have members of my family who are very, very pissed off about it, the fact that you can't do that. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take my money and you're going to fund something that supports your beliefs, and you're still not going to pay any taxes. Is that correct? That's bullshit. I'm the moderator. I can't be saying that stuff. I'm there.
Sorry, sir, you can't swear.
Excuse me?
No, swear away.
I can't swear either. Fuck that. No, anyway, and now a quote from Archbishop John Nienstedt.
The institution of marriage and family life are unraveling before our very eyes due to no-fault divorce, widespread cohabitation, and promiscuous sexual activity. Amendment opponents, he said, seek to eliminate the need for marriage altogether.
You're pretty damn handsome for an archbishop, I'll tell you that. Don't you have your hat with you, that little pointy thing that you know? And what are you going to do? Can we swear on this thing, or is that not good? I'd tell a story, but, I don't know if I can do that or not. Mr. Kaloubi.
I would say that, once again, that is completely false. No one is trying to take away the institution of marriage altogether. What we are asking for is that gay couples can get married. And Archbishop Nienstedt, I don't think you realize, but in the United States, there is something called the First Amendment, and it guarantees the separation of church and state. And what that means is that religions are free to be religions, but in turn, people are free from religion in this state. If you don't want to believe in a religion, no bills will be passed, no laws shall be made to force you to believe in that religion. So therefore, if you're becoming involved in secular matters, if you're using religious influence and trying to push religious laws on secular law, that is a clear-cut violation of the First Amendment. There is a reason you do not pay taxes, because you are a religious institution and you do not influence secular law. If you would like to pay taxes, I'm sure we could make an exception, and then we can, then you can start influencing secular law. I would also say that of the countries that have instituted religious law, notable examples are the Taliban and Iran. So I'd be careful what you wish for.
Very good, sir. I'm the moderator. That was okay. That was okay. At some point, I'm going to have to get to the fact, again, that my wife, Catherine, if I were not allowed to marry my wife, I would have to kick somebody's ass really bad. I mean, seriously. I meet this woman, and somebody tells me, well, you can't marry her. Yeah, really? Fuck you. How about that? Take that home with you. That would not, I don't know how it's been tolerated for so long. In any case, we have another video. For those of you who aren't paying attention, you can now turn to the screen over here. Here's a video from Minnesota for marriage.
Now shifting to the Netherlands, ever since the Dutch passed registered partnerships in 1997, followed by formal same-sex marriage in 2000, their out-of-wedlock birth rate has been moving up at a striking clip. The country experienced a continuous 9-year spike in out-of-wedlock birth rates since the passage of the registered partnerships, and then a 5-year continuous spike since formal gay marriage went into effect. There has been a 10-fold increase in out-of-wedlock births there since 1980. All of these are indications of a breakdown of family structure in the Netherlands.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of the Archbishop, Honey, didn't you tell me that if a man and a man have sex, or a woman and a woman have sex, they can't have a kid? So out of wedlock births of... Mr. Cluey.
I really don't know what to say to that one. I mean, if your point is that same-sex marriage is causing more out of wedlock births, you probably don't understand basic biology. So you might want to go back to school, maybe rectify that situation. And the fact that you're trying to correlate that with a breakdown in family structures, the fact that same-sex marriage was passed, you think causes breakdown in family structure? Well, as anyone who has studied logic knows, or statistics, correlation does not equal causation. Just because something is correlated does not mean it causes it. So please, study biology and statistics.
You guys stop getting knocked up all the time. We're tired of it. That's all I have to say. That was a good response, by the way. I really enjoyed that. Wait a minute, I'm the moderator. You're doing a hell of a job.
Good job, Chair.
You really are. You're doing a great. Here's another quote from Minnesota for Marriage. I can't wait to see what Minnesota for Marriage looks like.
I look like this.
There's Minnesota for Marriage, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Marriage is a special relationship reserved exclusively for heterosexual unions because only the intimate relationship between men and women has the ability to produce children as a result of that sexual union.
Very well said, Marriage for Minnesota. I'm proud of you.
That was a
No
deep
question.
baritone.
Well, he did that on purpose. I mean, he jaywalks too.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, in any case, your rebuttal, sir.
My rebuttal would be, then why are we not passing constitutional amendments to ban infertile couples, old couples, anyone else who gets married, maybe, say, an older man and a younger woman who might possibly have ulterior motives. Why don't we pass constitutional amendments to ban all those? Those are clearly not for the purpose of having children. If your definition of marriage is solely about the ability to have children, well, there are a lot of other marriages out there that you're going to need to get rid of. But somehow I don't see that happening because there might be some people on that side who maybe want to benefit from some of those marriages. So what it comes down to, marriage is about two people that love each other. They want to spend their lives together. And in some cases, most cases, they want to provide a stable environment for their children to be raised in. And gay couples adopt children. They raise children. And if you're denying them benefits under law, you're making it more difficult to raise those children. So if your argument is about it's for the children, well, you're actually hurting children. So please, keep that in mind the next time you want to talk about the children.
Thank you, sir. Who do you think the best looking so far was, Michelle Bachmann or Marriage for Minnesota? Or Minnesota for Marriage?
I think Michelle was pretty foxy.
Michelle was pretty foxy. There's no good. Look good in a beard. Look at that. Where are you going? Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, we have a quote from Rick, spelled R-I-C-C-K, Rick Santorum. Did I say no booing? Damn it. Rick, they booed the hell out of you.
I'm used to it.
Is anyone saying same-sex couples can't love each other? I love my children. I love my friends, my brother. Heck, I even love my mother-in-law. Should we call these relationships marriage too?
You're kidding me. That guy ran for president. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, closing remarks from Mr. Chris Cluey.
Well, Rick, you're trying to set up straw men and then knock them over, and that is not a valid logical argument. A marriage is between, like I said earlier, two people that love each other and in most cases want to establish a stable relationship to raise children in. And if you're talking about establishing a stable relationship with your children or your mother-in-law to raise children in, that's a little worrisome. I'm a little worried about that. But no, it's frankly it's distracting from the real question here, the real issue here, which is that it's about human rights. Gay marriage does not affect Rick Santorum in any way, shape, or form unless one of his children happens to be gay. And the only way it will affect them is they will not be allowed to marry. So what Rick needs to do is realize if you treat other people the way you want to be treated, it might turn out that gay marriage is a good thing, because you wouldn't want anyone telling you you can't get married. That's really what it boils down to. I wouldn't want anyone telling me I can't get married. I enjoy being married to my wife. And I wouldn't try to tell anyone else that they can't get married. It's not my place. It's not my responsibility. I have enough issues dealing with my life. I don't want to try and take care of someone else's life as well. So really it boils down to, people like Rick, Michelle, all the other proponents of this measure, is that please, just let us live our own lives. Stop trying to live other people's lives for them. Don't take away people's free will.
I almost clapped. Did you see that? I went, there. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Mr. Chris Cooley.
Thank you, everyone. I will turn it back over to the chair.
Try the veal. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the empty chair. The chair did its job. I mean, the chair has no opinion. And a round of applause for our wonderful actor. Now, we have a special treat. The brave new workshop actors will perform a brief improv, and it's going to be... This ought to be interesting, by the way. It's going to... The set's... Yeah, it might not be unbiased. Well, this thing kind of did lean one way. Not on purpose. That's my fault. In any case, they're going to perform a brief improv set based on what they've learned. Thank you all for coming. Sean Bernard will come on stage for a brief contest announcement, as a matter of fact. Well, then put a little pause in here. What the hell's the matter with you? Jesus Christ. All right. We're going to bring the actors up on stage, correct?
That was amazing. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do some improv scenes based off of some of these notes that we've seen to get started. So what we need from you guys is a big round of applause to get us motivated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you democracy!
Dad Santorum, it is I, your daughter.
I love you.
Well,
so much.
You might not in a minute. Dad, I'm pretty gay.
Hello. I'm Sarah.
This is my girlfriend.
Sarah has a beard.
Yeah, she's trying something.
And you love this person.
Very much, Pop.
As much as I love you.
Yeah. According to your speech, yeah.
Oh, the love between a father and a daughter does not equal the love between a gay and a gay.
All right, everybody, I want you to look at this chart.
Yeah.
What I did with this chart is I just put random facts that don't work together, and then I put a line going up.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe I've proved my point. Anybody?
I think so. If I may interject, what if we took a marker and wrote another line going that way?
I love that.
Wow.
That is fantastic.
All right, so
I would love to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to circle this, and then I'm going to circle that and exit out.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a picture of a whale eating a taco. Take that for whatever you want it to mean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm just going to write John 3:16 up here, just for the heck of it.
I'll
Just
see
for
your
the heck
John
of it.
3:16, and I'll raise that to a John 3:18, the little-known psalm that no one's ever read.
Yes.
Well, I just have a question. This is my first gay class.
Okay. Just let her rip. I will tell you everything, because
This
that is...
class is amazing!
So, that's my first thing, is that I'm accustomed to more of a rows of chairs, and so far nothing...
in gay class, we like to express ourselves. So we have Johnny's learning tap, Michael's learning how to frolic.
And I'm drinking a serum that's gonna make me even gayer.
Isn't that a hoot? What's your question?
Why is there techno music?
Oh, techno music makes you feel light, like at any minute you could grow wings. And we just feel like brains work faster and you start talking faster.
You know, I
and
feel like this is something I would like to try.
All right!
Hey, buddy. Yeah, well, what's up? You're looking good, Matt Burke.
Hey, I'm feeling good. You know why? I'm married to a woman.
Gingers should not be allowed to marry. They are soulless, evil people, less than the rest of us.
Hey, bro, I was on the 98 Vikings. Don't go there.
The 98 Vikings should not be allowed to marry.
Hello, welcome to the Netherlands.
You stay away from me.
Do you want the baby? We have lots of babies just hanging around, eating chocolate.
Goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga.
We're giving babies to other babies.
Goo goo gaga, goo goo gaga,
Yeah.
goo goo gaga. I'm the coolest punter on earth. I wear a ski cap and sandals everywhere.
Yeah. That's your dress ski cap.
Excuse me for a little while. I'm gonna game.
Yeah, we're gonna need you a total of 15 seconds.
Sounds good. I'm stretched.
We can't. We have to get a divorce.
What do you mean?
I went in and got the vasectomy, and since we can't make babies anymore,
Oh,
they
God.
told me that you had to go home and
Yeah.
divorce your wife.
Oh my God.
So we got to start splitting things up.
I guess
or
so.
Put
I
a
mean-
duct tape line down the middle of the living room. I don't know.
Only reason we got together was to have kids.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh God.
Maybe we could just go on some sort of crime spree
Yeah.
where we kidnap children.
Well, I
We're
think
like, oh, no, we
I
have
think
these.
we
These
have
are
them.
ours.
Yeah.
We made these.
That is our only option.
Or we have to leave it. I love you.
I love you. I love you.
But it's either crime spree or,
Or
divorce,
divorce.
or I gotta go back under the knife. I don't really want to do that.
Hey guys, welcome to the Minnesota for Marriage website meeting. The first thing I want to do is pretend that there isn't a First Amendment. Okay? How do you guys feel about
I
that?
love
Great.
that.
All right.
I'm afraid to actually say anything as it's now restricted.
Yeah.
I love that.
First a what mint?
I have a great idea. How about we have a non-threatening, moderately attractive woman tell us things?
In a pantsuit.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. How about we have pictures of dogs with collars that say, "I'm not okay with gays."
Yes.
Yes, because you know they're not.
Exactly.
And
They
then
can smell like
Cats
gays.
are, but dogs aren't.
No.
Then once in a while we'll flash pictures of black people, so that everybody will think that.
You guys called me?
Yeah. We need you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We are the Baby Workshop.